Hey everyone, Lensmanoz here, and this is Age of Engineering, episode 10. Hope you're doing well today. I made a few changes in between episodes. Don't know if I 100% like it yet. May end up moving some stuff around here. But for the moment, I've thrown some drawers up just for some of the main bits and pieces. We've got some hardened stone and marble and netherrack and dirt, gravel, etc. A few other bits and pieces. Just to try and tidy the chests just a tad. Move a few things around. I think everything... I've got a bit of cobble in here. Been trying to... That's not what I wanted to do. Been trying to clean up a bit. So a couple of things I've done. You can see I'm getting ready to do something here. A couple of things I've done in between episodes is I started making up some solar panels. So I've made 8 of the solar panel 1s, and I was going to make a solar panel 2. So you got this one here, you got solar panel 1, which is just some mirrors, some redstone void crystal, which is coal through the little... I'm just going to stand inside because things happen when I stand outside. So void crystal is just coal through the reconstructor thing, and some steel nuggets. The mirrors themselves are blue stained glass. Don't be confused, it's not normal stained glass, it has to be blue. Some lead nuggets and some stone slabs. So made a bunch of them, made 8 because I was hoping to make the tier 2 solar panel. But I need this empowered emeradic crystal. I've got emeradic crystals, I found them in a chest. But this needs 2.4 million RF. But it also needs uranium-238, and I don't have any of that yet because I need to get either the thermal centrifuge or an industrial grinder. So thermal centrifuge, crushed uranium, etc, etc, we'll get uranium-238. Don't have the stuff for that yet. We'll get to it soon. Actually, one thing I wanted to do, I'm just gonna... Actually, do I have room? Do I have room? No, I've got no room in my inventory. Got a few things I want to do. I did just find, just before I started recording, a temple over there. I haven't visited the temple though, so there could be some good loots in there. But yeah, we'll deal with that later. Got a bunch of stuff to do. I've upgraded the wires to MV, and I've upgraded the capacity here to MV. I've only just done that, which is, you can see by the amount of power that's in it, it's fairly low in comparison. An LV holds, I think it's 100k. Yeah, I think it's about 100,000 RF, and this thing will hold what? I don't know. Holds lots, it looks like. We're at maybe it's 1 million because we're just over about the quarter mark. Yeah, maybe it's 1 million RF. Yeah, so this is all set up, ready to make a sturdy casing. So this will actually trigger age 4. So the sturdy casing requires bronze plate, 2 bronze item casings, so that's 2 bits of bronze, 2 bronze ingots. We need 8 bronze for the dense, the large plate. So I've got a plate cast here. I've already made the bronze plate, made up a bunch of bronze in here. Still got a little bit left. Had a bit of an issue. Remember I was saying about the glass panes earlier? Yeah, I made normal ones, not blue ones. So I threw them in here, and I'm just turning them into normal Tinker's glass for the moment, because I don't need an absolute ton of glass panes, but Tinker's glass is always handy. So what we've got here is, it's a little bit messy, and I may end up cleaning it up with some of these cables at some point. I might just put like corner of cables, or I'll run cables under the floor or something. Not 100% happy with as is, but it's temporary. Okay, I've got the bronze gear in my hand. So all I need to do now is add the bronze gear. And these are probably too close, aren't they? Oh, that's terrible. I've got everything I need in here and it's too close. It's got to be 2. Why didn't anyone pick up on that one? Whoops. And if I break these, I'm probably going to lose the power. Let's find out. Please keep your power. Kept its power. Alright, so these, I believe, are actually meant to be 2 out, which is unfortunate, but still fixable. You can go there, that's 2, yep, good. And we should have just enough space to fit the 2. Hey, there we go. So while it's doing that, let's get our connectors back on here. And hopefully we can get our wires hooked up. It's 2. There we go. And a sturdy casing. So apparently you've got to drop it and then pick it up, and we'll get each 4. Very nice. So we should have got a trophy. There's our trophy. Plop. So we can now make them, which, as you can see, 2 million RF and a bunch of bronze. Now the bronze gear, by the way, requires steel mechanical components. So that's 4 bronze and then 4 steel and a copper. So it is actually fairly expensive to make this. But we can now make the next level of stuff. So yeah, a few little changes here. The blast furnace makes steel very nicely. And over in the mining age, I upgraded this to iron. So I did burn through a fairly big ton of iron. And I did have at one point, you might have seen it back in one of the chests there, I had a progressive automation crafter. Apparently this is finished. I've got a couple of, because I've made it stone, I can now use these, because I've made it iron, I should say, I can now use these stone pickaxes with the diamond on it. But they're still sharpened with a stone sharpening kit. So I do need to move this stuff back to the overworld, but I'm going to need to move this along to about here somewhere. We've got 18 upgrades in it. Once I get some more iron, which I do get in here, to get a little bit of iron, I'll make some more upgrades and we'll move it even further and further. But this is working quite well. It does use coal fairly, a fair bit of coal actually. So I did consider bringing the solar panels instead and putting one of the RF generator things in it. So at progressive, one of these RF engines, which really isn't all that expensive. So maybe that should be a thing. Maybe that's a better idea to do. Actually, you know what does it need? 6 iron and a redstone block. That's not that bad. Redstone block. In here we can throw the iron for the moment, and then so that and that, give that a hit. Cool. Let's make this little beauty. I need 2 gold. 2 gold. Running out of room. Okay. So if we make this and then grab maybe this cable, might be enough. And then let's go and grab these solar panels, because I was using them out here just to sort of supplement the watermill power, but I don't think it does what I want it to. Yeah. Guess you can't vein mine them either. Probably be easier. So when these are all connected together, they will share power. Probably just lost all the power in these things. But you get that. Let me guess. Too full to pick up this stuff. Oh, and they're not stacking. Awesome. Awesome. Before they despawn. Let's get rid of a few things in here. You and I don't know. Chisel. Hoe. Spade. Yep, alright, that should be enough. Let's run back outside. Is that everything? I have 8 now. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. Let's just go and try and set these up. And you know what? I'm going to make another chest, because I'm going to be cheeky and leave the chest exactly where it is. in that world. Sticks and go. Just so we don't make a mess. Let's duck back over here. So I'm going to take this iron miner. We're going to drop him here. Put the chest on top. Put them in it. Put that in it. Yep, that can go in it. So can this. There's a stone shovel. So we've got no RF power, that's fine. Let's grab our little cable here and get our solar panels. Is that connected? I think it is. Alright, cool. So that should actually be working. Yeah, not enough power, but that's fine. It's generating a small amount, but it's now basically free. Right, so I don't have to, it's not going to cost anything. Just need to check if this chunk is loaded. No, claim, chunk load, yeah, that's fine. And then really all I need to do is now, for the moment, let's just put hopper and some cobble in. Just so I can use up some of the cobble, because I'm generating a lot, and yeah, obviously this will generate some cobble at the same time because it's mining up stuff. I'm hoping that's working. It's not really getting much, is it? I don't know, well, I'll see how it goes. We'll just leave this for the moment, see what it does. If that's not enough, then I'll work another way of generating power. I want to go back to the overworld, thanks. Come on, load her up. So let's sleep, and then we will get on to the next piece of the episode. Reading in the book. Not that one. Reading in the book. Now that we're in the farming age, we should be able to get into forestry, which is cool. Achievement, blah, blah, blah. Thermionic fabricator. You can now make the multi-farms. Clear glass from environmental tech. So we're going to need to make a thermionic fabricator and a few other bits and pieces. But last episode I was talking about calculator mod. I want to get this setup done, and there's a lot of stuff here that I need to do. Like I can't make an atomic calculator yet because as it says, it triggers age 8. I can't just jump ahead. It's not going to be that easy. The biggest thing here is is this iridium force plate. I can't make this yet. I don't have iridium. Got a little bit of iridium, I should say. So what I can do is make an extraction chamber, a restoration chamber, a reassembly chamber, and I'm hoping an analyzing chamber. This is a lot of iron though. I don't know if I've got that much iron. I need like 36. Yeah, maybe I can get to it. Another 16 here. It will use basically all my iron though, so that's understandably perhaps not something I want to do yet. But we'll see. We'll start what we've got here. So in here I've got 3 power cubes set up, because if you look in here, the extraction chamber requires a power cube, 4 weakened diamonds, and 4 reinforced stone. Fairly easy. The restoration chamber requires an extraction chamber. So I literally need to make 3 extraction chambers here because the reassembly one requires an extraction chamber. So I've got 3 power cubes. Right, let's take this cobble out. This one here is set up like this, and I do need a couple more of these diamonds actually. So if we want to make 3 extraction chambers, what's that? Hardened stone? Oh, that's reinforced. Wrong stuff. Okay, so reinforced stone is fairly easy to make too. I think I got some. I know I made some more, but again, it's some cobble and some wood. It's really not hard to make. So I do have my calculator. So cobble, wood gives me 4. So let's make 2 lots of that. So in here, we want to make 3 extraction chambers. Right. I need 1 more diamond. I am getting low on diamonds now. In my scientific calculator, I'm pretty sure it's reinforced iron and diamonds gets me these weakened diamonds. So now that we've got 1 extraction chamber, we want to make a restoration chamber. So that's redstone ingots, and I've made them. And then we've got the weakened diamonds. So redstone ingots, just for those playing at home, is iron and redstone in a scientific calculator. There's the restoration chamber. The reassembly chamber requires enriched gold, which we've got sitting here. So, extraction, restoration, reassembly. Now, I can't remember exactly how these all work. It's been a long time. Extraction. So what I'm going to do is actually restoration next. I'm going to leave a gap. And reassembly. They all require power. I've got a feeling that this will just take cobble. Oh, sorry about that. And do stuff with it. MV rail relays. No, I want an MV. I need MV connectors, so I'm going to need a couple more of these. And I'm going to need some of the hardened clay. I thought, there it is. And iron. Hey, so you can see these are actually a little expensive. I'm also going to need, well, there's some MV. I'm going to need 1 more. Yikes, I'm going to need another LV. Let's just have a look. Let's put this here. I'll throw in here for the moment. And we'll just hook this up to here and get him some power. So this is working, and it takes cobble or dirt and turns it into a circuit. I'm not sure if this is actually even working. Something tells me that this is very slow. Process speed 1,000 ticks, uses 50,000 RF per operation. Does it need to be a particular cobble? Nope, just cobble. If I take you out of there, what if we get dirt? That slowed down. Okay. I was under the impression that this would work. Because I'm pretty sure these ones require the circuits, the dirty ones. These ones require damaged. So depending on what circuit you get from here, depends on whether they work. But this doesn't seem to be working. That throws a bit of a spanner in the works. I'm just going to leave this in here and just see if it does anything. I was under the impression that this still worked. I mean, you can see it's got some numbers here. And so the other thing I wanted to do was the analyzing chamber, which is the iron blocks and the enriched gold and some buttons and steel and because the idea is this will give you some bits and pieces, and it has a chance of dropping some of this stuff. You can see here there's a 0.2% chance that you will get one from an analyzing chamber. Now I've never had one take this long. I don't know whether I need to put a redstone signal on it. And I know we don't have the atomic calculator, so I can't make the circuits to upgrade it. Anyway, I guess I'll let this go for a while because as far as I'm concerned that should be working. And it's not. It's only showing the 2 recipes. I don't know. Anyway, spanner in the works. Because the idea, I wanted to try and get some of this, like some broccoli and like some of these other picks and things. You can get some pretty cool stuff out of here. So the other thing I wanted to do, what was it? I made this for a reason. Why did I make this? Oh, that was the other thing I was going to try. I was going to try and make the beginning of a canola setup. So I wanted to make the squeezer. I think that's what it's called. Canola press. That's just going to require some nori. So the canola press and then a fermenting barrel. So I just need some wood, some canola, a couple of iron, some sticks, a few other bits and pieces. Wood. Got some canola. A couple of nori. So let's see, we want to make press. There we go, there's a canola press. Because I'd already made these advanced coils. And the fermenting barrel requires a wood casing, which just needs some wood planks. Cool. One of them. Alright, so now we've got canola press, fermenting barrel. Pretty sure the canola press requires power. But the idea being that we can start looking at another source of power, another bit of generation. I think for the moment it's going to need to go here, and we throw some of that in there. I'm considering jumping over and grabbing the one of the solar panels and just dropping it on top. See if that does something. Otherwise I'm going to need to try and cram it in this room somewhere, and I've already got a fair amount of space taken up. This is not working. Grr. Let's check this out. Well, it's doing something. We're getting some material. I kind of don't want to take one of them, but the same token, I want to see if I can get this canola stuff to work. So that'll be a little bit slower, but again, it's all passive. And apparently it doesn't like me coming into the overworld, it just sort of jumps back. Okay, so if I put you on here, it's getting power. Very slow. I don't know if it's actually working. Oh look, it's working. There you go. Bit of passive canola generation. Very, very slow. We can get some more seeds here. That goes the other way, doesn't it? The canola. We can make a bit of oil. Again, with this very, very slowly. There we go. 80 millibuckets. And the fermenting barrel doesn't need power, so... so this will be fine. So yeah, very slowly going to make some stuff up. Now, the next step would be to make an oil generator. And the oil generator is something that's going to take us a little bit more because we need to make some iron casings. So that's making a few more of these advanced machine casings. So we're going to need, what, 8 steel plates? Because there's 2, isn't it? Yep, so I need 2 iron casings. So we're going to need 8 steel, a bunch of carbon, a bunch of advanced alloys. So that's something I'm not going to do in this episode. It's something I might look at doing between episodes. We're getting a bit of oil there. And we should be able to use that to generate some power soon. Maybe I should bring it inside, but like at the moment that's generating passively. I might actually move it over here somewhere so that I can run the cable into the side of here for when I'm finally generating some power off a coal generator. Maybe that's the best course of action. A bit of oil in there. I'll play with that in between episodes. Alright, I'm going to work out whether this needs a redstone signal or whether it needs something else. I've never known it to before. And I've used this a few times now, but as I said, it's been a long time. I don't believe it needs a redstone signal. Got plenty of power. It just doesn't want to do it. Maybe I need to make one of these an output. I probably need to make the tool from calculator. Right, I'll play with this in between. I'm going to make a PA wrench, I guess. Reinforced sword. Reinforced pickaxe. And I'll make a wrench. So, thank you all for watching. Please leave your comments in the section below. Let me know if you know why this isn't working, because honestly, as far as I'm concerned, it should be working. And things are a bit strange if this isn't. Again, it could be something that's been disabled in the mod, in the pack, which is unfortunate. Is it a normal calculator? Which will be unfortunate if that's the case, because it's a great mod, and the ability to get some of the byproducts from this is something that I think is really cool. Where did my power go? That's nasty. Yeah, so the ability to do this is what makes it cool. Anyway, I'll play with it a bit. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next one. Bye now. Alright, just as a quick aside, just to wrap up the episode, it does work. I don't know what I did. I just left it in there for a long time. I think it just takes a very long time for this to start. So I went over and raided that temple, by the way, so I've got a bunch of stuff in here to go through. But this is working. It just works very, very slowly. As you can see there, it hasn't started again. Hasn't started again yet. Oh, there it goes. So I don't know what it is that causes it to not work, but we've gotten one the damage circuit, which goes in the reassembly one. I don't have any of the other connections done yet. But it does work. These small stones don't really have any use, I don't believe, except to make CF powder, which could be handy. But yeah, at the moment it's working. It's very slow, but it works. So, yep, just thought I'd clear that up before the end of the episode. Thanks again for watching. See you later.